Senior for the Northern Michigan Wildcats from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 25, Alyssa Lynn. For the Ashland Eagles, a senior from Berlin, Ohio, number 25, Zoe Miller. For the Northern Michigan Wildcats, at center, a junior from Nagano, Michigan, number 42, Alyssa Hill. And for the Ashland Eagles at center, a senior from Canton, Ohio, number 33, Haley Smith. At guard for the Northern Michigan Wildcats, a senior from Hollards Grove, Wisconsin, number 3, Mackenzie Holtzworth. And for the Ashland Eagles, a senior from Dundee, Ohio, number 3, Morgan Miller. For the Northern Michigan Wildcats, at guard, a junior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 5, Sarah Newcomer. And for the Ashland Eagles, at guard, a sophomore from Zanesville, Ohio, number 10, Lexi Howell. The head coach of the Northern Michigan Wildcats, Casey Townsend. The head coach of the Ashland.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Raleigh J. Finkelstein Athletic Village here on the campus of Grand Valley State University. It's the Division II Midwest Regional Tournament semifinal action between the 2-seeded Ashland Eagles and the 3-seed Northern Michigan Wildcats. Hi, everyone. I'm Steve Lloyd Jones with Eric Wells. Great to have you with us tonight here on Flow Sports, wherever you may be. These teams highly rated coming into this Midwest Regional Tournament and won their opening games as well, Eric, as we saw that action yesterday.
Yeah, Steve, thank you. We saw the number 2 Ashland Eagles take down number 7 seed Ferris State by a score of 62-50. And then the number 3 seed Northern Michigan take down the number 6 seed Hillsdale by a score of 61-56. This should be a really exciting game.
There you see Carrie Pickens, head coach, along with her staff for Ashland, as the Eagles in white win the tip. Northern Michigan, the 3 seed, in green. So glad you've joined us. This is always one of the more competitive regionals in Division II women's basketball, and we expect more of the same as Yoder will go to the top for Smith. Inside Zoe Miller, left hand off the window, and it falls.
Boy, Steve, we saw that all day yesterday. It was Zoe Miller getting inside the paint, her good footwork, and soft off the glass for 2 points. She was very, very efficient and picked up right where she left off.
Yeah, did a great job. Zoe yesterday, 15 points, 8 rebounds, and able to do it with the left and the right hand. Northern Michigan, their first time with the ball. Sarah Newcomer will launch a 3 and hit it. Newcomer behind the arc, 3-2 Northern.
Yeah, Steve, we talked off the air. For Northern to have success, they may have to rely on having success at the 3 ball. There's a good start for the Wildcats.
These teams met in Ashland this year. More on that game when we get a stoppage in play. Here's Haley Smith inside and blocked. Mims able to get a piece and swat it out of bounds. It was a game that Northern on the road there, and Ashland won easily. But the way they did it was somewhat surprising, given Northern's size. Ashland just dominated points in the paint. You wouldn't expect that necessarily with the type of height that Northern has. Howe driving in and threw one up at the rim, wouldn't go. Foul called in the process. Lexi at the line for a couple. She hit a huge 3 late in the game yesterday in the win, as we get a replay of that.
Yeah, the Eagles beat the Wildcats by 22 in that game you were talking about, Steve. And so we'll see how that plays out here.
Yeah, Howe with one more after she hit the first. Northern Michigan never led in that game. In fact, Ashland was ahead by 29 in the second half. The Eagles shot 55% overall and just kind of ran them out of the gym in that previous meeting this year. Holsworth down inside. Alyssa Hill will square up. Backs down Smith, goes glass, and partially had it blocked as Haley Smith controls.
Yeah, great defense by Haley, not giving up her position and deflecting the shot to get a rebound for the Eagles.
Here's a turnover. Lydia Sweeney trying to go inside and a bit too far, so that'll give it back to Northern. 4-3 lead for Ashland early. Boy, yesterday in the win over Ferris State, Ashland shot an incredible 80% in the fourth quarter. They were 4 of 5 behind the arc and 4 of 4 at the foul line. That's how to close a game.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll get it done, that's for sure.
Deflected pass here. Is it a steal? It is. Haley Smith picks it off. Smith at the top now. Sweeney. A couple of big jumpers from her in the second half yesterday. And Yoder will drill a three. Morgan, a big game yesterday, 13 points. And hits her first shot, 7-3 Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles had 3 players in double figures yesterday. 3 players in double figures, so.
Halswart killed the dribble, needs help. Casey Weisbrod off the screen, lost the ball, got it back. Now Nims for 3. That won't fall, and Haley Smith controls. Quick outlet to Howe. Ashland up 4 as we close in on 7 minutes left in this first quarter, and another turnover on a post feed that goes out of play.
That's back-to-back turnovers in that fashion, trying to get it down low. As you indicated in that first game, Ashland had great success and points in the paint, and it looks like they're trying to establish that as well.
Here's Yoder on that triple, a replay of that. Yeah, they just had so much success inside, 52-30. They outscored them there. Here's a turnover the other way as Northern Michigan did that. So that's one of the things that Ashland established in the first meeting, but they just hit a 3 from Yoder out behind the arc. So able to do both.
That's a success for a good winning opportunity if you can go inside out.
McKee down to Smith all alone, and Haley will put it in. 9-3 Eagles. Like a breakdown by Northern defensively. 6.5 to go first quarter. Semi-final action of the Midwest Regional Tournament. Halswart cut off. Now to Weisbrod. JC needing help. Going to dump it off for Halswart. Plenty of time. Oh, defender falls down, and it's going to be Hill who couldn't hit it. So Northern missed an opportunity. Castellanova out to Howe. McKee, who had a big game yesterday as well. She's 23. This is Yoder. Into the post. Smith with her back to the basket. Spins and scores again as Hill couldn't stay with her. And so Ashland with a very strong start.
Yeah, having success down low besides that 1-3 from Yoder. Everything else has been in the paint.
A drive, a shot, and a miss there as Northern will keep it. Good give to Halswart, who scores. So Hill able to see her and got it to her nicely.
Yeah, great pass by Alyssa Hill.
At the top, there's a 3. No good on the effort there. I believe it was Yoder who missed that. 11-5. The lead now for Ashland as Northern again with it. The drive and the jump hook wouldn't fall for Whitehouse. McKee. Howe will leave it for Castellanova. 15 to work with. Smith quickly to Yoder. Comes off a Smith screen. Howe has to launch it and hits it almost from the Northern bench. 14-5.
Ashland is, again, having that success inside and out, which is tough to defend.
Halswart at the foul line. Misses. Good box out. Yoder away with it. Ashland boxes out very well. As Howe going to try it again. Missed this one. It's going to go out of bounds. So a strong start by Ashland. We get a timeout on the floor. 4:14 left first quarter. It's the Ashland Eagles up 14-5 over Northern Michigan on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
University of Michigan Health West is here to help you stay in the game. No matter what kind of athlete you are, the region's premier sports medicine program is here to help you stay on the move. With decades of experience in sports medicine care at 5 of our health centers, our team of highly skilled physicians, physical therapists, and athletic trainers provide treatments for injuries, joint pain, or whatever is holding you back. University of Michigan Health West is the official sports medicine provider of GVSU Athletics. More at ufmhealthwest.org/locations.
Welcome to Ziegler Granville, your premier destination for an exceptional car buying experience. Why choose Ziegler Granville? Our wide selection of top quality vehicles ensures you'll find the perfect match for your lifestyle. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff are here to guide you every step of the way, making the process smooth and stress-free. Plus, with our state-of-the-art service center, your vehicle will always be in top condition. Experience the difference at Ziegler Granville. Visit us today and drive home happy.
Steve Lloyd-Jones, Eric Wells back with you here on Flow Sports. Let's check out the updated 2025 NCAA Tournament Midwest Regional Bracket for you. As we get this game here, Ashland and Northern Michigan, Wayne State, Grand Valley to follow.
Yeah, we know there will be at least one team from the GLIAC in that bottom bracket, and either a GMAC or a GLIAC team, depending on who comes out with a victory here in this game.
Northern Michigan ball out of the timeout, trailing 14-5. Tierney swing it around. Nims. Romero. 12 on the shot clock to the corner. Cross court, Romero from Tierney. 5 seconds. Romero underneath. Tried to pass and stolen away by Mullet.
Great team defense by the Eagles on that set.
Zoe Miller here. Castellanova. And shake free as Sweeney will go to the top. McKee down low and Zoe Miller. And a grab from behind there as the Northern Michigan Schrader got a piece of her.
Again, the Eagles looking to go inside to get the points in the paint, as we'll call them.
Yeah, they did that at will almost in that first game between these two. Zoe Miller at the top. Sweeney backs it out, 10 on the shot clock. 9-point lead for Ashland. Sweeney to the right. Mullet is there. Trying to drive on Romero. Cut off. Fadeaway shot. No, and it'll be a shot clock violation.
Good defense on this side of the court for Northern Michigan to get a stop.
It's great work by Northern. They have to weather this early storm as Ashland shooting very, very well. Just like they did that first time they played this year. We're going to get an illegal screen on Romero. We'll see that. Romero didn't agree with it at the time.
The official was right there. So
yeah.
if you look at it from our perspective, it's a different angle, but the official was right in front of him.
Zoe Miller will drive, lost the ball, and picked up Tierney with it. Northern with numbers. A 9-point deficit for the Wildcats as newcomer down to Nims, lost it for a moment. We'll bring it back out. 11 to shoot. Romero drifts right. Right of the paint. Schrader, jumper no. And a good box out by McKee. Mullet to McKee as they go over here. Sweeney will get it to Mullet. 2:10 left in the first quarter. At the top, McKee, she can hit that shot. Inside they go to Zoe Miller. And again, Schrader is called for a foul. Miller is very strong in the post. She gets position, and it's trouble.
Yeah, exactly. We see the replay there and going up strong. I want to see her shoot a free throw because I don't know if she's right-handed or left-handed, Steve. All of her work down low has been with the left hand, so we'll see what she shoots this free throw with.
Well, I think she's right-handed, but she's very good with a left hand.
That was, yeah, the right-handed free throw right there.
The next one a little bit short, and that's going to be McKee over the top.
Seems like Ashland's defense is really putting Northern Michigan in issue where they're not able to get in their offensive flow early on here.
No, Northern's having to work really hard to get a good shot, get a look, as Newcomer lost the ball right there. Kind of an unforced turnover as Sweeney back the other way. Top side, Miller, quickly Castellanova. Her pass is kicked.
As we know, Steve, these are games of momentum. Momentum changes, switches, and Northern can hit a three, get a steal, another three, and then also momentum's on their side. But right now, Ashland's, they feel like they're in control of this game.
Mullet will work. Now McKee squares up on the hoop, tries to pass inside here to Miller, and a push from behind on Nims.
That's the fifth foul.
Team foul, yeah. And that's the problem here for Northern, as Zoe Miller will go back to the stripe. So McKee comes out. Haley Smith will take her place. And Howe and Yoder also return here. Mullet, Castellanova taking a break. Zoe Miller with another one. It's the one area that Ashland struggled with yesterday. They played a solid game against Ferris and won it by 12, but they did not do a good job at the foul line. That's a long miss. They were 10 of 17 at the stripe, which in a closer game could have really come back and hurt them.
Yeah, it'll come back to bite you if you're only shooting that percentage.
Up by 10 here, the Eagles are. Northern with the ball. And a pass down low as Hill scores and a foul. Wow, good job to catch that ball and then go up strong here, Alyssa Hill.
Yeah, she kept the ball up high. That was the key. Drove the contact, and here's the replay.
Weisbrod, I think, was that a shot? I think it was.
Yes.
Got partially blocked, and Hill was alert to it. She rattles that home, and that's a three-point play, and that's big because now you're down 7. You feel a little better here as Northern tries to close that gap at the end of the first quarter. Switching up top, Howe underneath. Drop off, Miller scores. Well, Howe is much more aggressive today on offense than we saw yesterday. She's really going at the hoop.
Yeah, she is, and then creating an opportunity by dishing it off and getting it down to Miller.
Or looking for her shot.
Or her shot.
She has it on the outside. Yeah, a couple of threes tried already. Newcomer, 15 on the shot clock. Sarah to the top. Nims down low they go. Hill is doubled. Trying to get rid of it. 8 on the shot clock to the corner. Weisbrod. Three-pointer won't go. Good rebound. Hill and a putback. 5 straight for Alyssa Hill.
Great
a 7-point game again.
Great backside rebound by Hill with the easy 2.
Northern wanting a stop, and Ashland says we want to get that back up to 9 or 10 at the end of the quarter. About a 2.5-second difference, game clock, shot clock. Yoder, drop off here, Sweeney to the top, Haley Smith, back to Sweeney, little fade away, and that's going to be off. Final 1 second, can Weisbrod get it off? No, and that'll be the end of the quarter. So a great start, really a good quarter overall for Ashland. Northern finishes with a flurry, and they're down 7 after 1. We'll be back after this here on Flo Sports.
Whether you've set personal goals or are just making your health and well-being a priority, NovaCare is here for you. NovaCare is your trusted physical therapy partner for recovering from aches and pains, gaining strength, and preventing injury. There's no better time to make NovaCare's movement experts part of your healthcare team. To learn more about the benefits of physical therapy and get on the road to recovery and wellness, schedule an appointment today at novacare.com. Experience the power of physical therapy today.
News 8 puts you in the huddle with Football Frenzy. Tailgate with Daybreak in the morning and get highlights all night with Jack Doles and News 8 Sports. From the fans to the field, Football Frenzy and the Frenzy Tailgate deliver all the action. Impressive students, impressive plays, and the biggest moments of the night. It's Football Frenzy, only on Wood TV 8. Brought to you by Meyer.
Ready to start the second quarter here inside the Raleigh Finkelstein Athletic Village and the Thomas J. Haas Court, where the action taking place, seeing the two fan bases. There are the Eagles. Moments ago you saw the Wildcat faithful. And we're ready to go as Northern Michigan will throw it in. Holzward out behind the arc. J.C. Weisbrod yet to get a clean look. Well, she needs help. 15 to work with. Into the post. Nims against McKee with a left hand, and it goes. Nims, who had 12 in the first game between these two back on December 22nd, hits a couple right there. Zoe Miller off the double. Quickly Howe back. Down low. Miller streaking McKee. Did she travel? Yes.
Good call. I believe the Wildcats are on a 6-0 run into the first quarter and start of the second quarter here. Cut it to 5.
Holzwart, and we're going to get a foul called here on Ashland, and that appears to be Howe. That'll be her first. Five-point lead for Ashland. This semifinal action between Ashland and Northern Michigan. Weisbrod off the double. She wanted to hit Hill on a bounce pass, but couldn't do it, and we're going to get a 5-second call.
Yeah, that's a great point. She wanted to get to Hill first, and Ashland closed up on defense and then just got kind of caught trying to find another teammate that was open.
Move under 9 minutes now to go in the opening half. Ashland with the lead in the ball as the Eagles back to work. Yoder behind the arc. Zoe Miller on the block. Jump hook off the glass and scores.
There's her right hand. Doing it with either hand.
Seven-point lead again as newcomer gets doubled for a moment. Nims with a drop down. Here's Hill. Alyssa. But the jump hook rims out, and good board by McKee.
Good defense by Zoe Miller too. Kind of pushing Hill out.
Travel here again, as that's a shuffle of the feet by Sweeney. And we're going to get Mullet returning for Ashland. Romero comes back in for Northern Michigan, a replay of that, and you can see kind of the shuffle of the feet. Whitehouse also into the game for Northern Michigan. Haley Smith will return here for the Eagles.
Both coaches going to their benches, playing a lot of players with some good depth.
Romero trying to get inside, was off the glass, scores, and one. CJ Romero, the redshirt junior out of Brookfield, Wisconsin, with a nice hoop and a free throw. Wow, left hand all the way. No way you can block that shot. And now Romero at the stripe. As this one a miss and comes down to Miller. Mullet running the offense. Miller up top, puts up a three. Romero there for Northern, trying to cut into that 5-point lead for the Eagles. They had a great start to this game, but Northern, since the opening 4 or 5 minutes, has basically been even with them. Hill couldn't hit it. Haley Smith, good defense. She's got it.
Yeah, 2 good defense by Haley Smith here early on in this game.
Sweeney, long 3, rims out. Tip rebound. Miller will score and 1.
Great offensive rebound by Zoe. We'll probably see the replay on that to get it up and get the hoop and get the foul.
Well, coming in from the right is Haley Smith, who tips it there. So that's a great tip by her. And Zoe Miller then the finish. And Zoe Miller has been busy here in this opening half.
Yeah, this is missed that free throw, but she's got 9 points already. 9 out of the 21 points for the Eagles.
Back to a 7-point lead. Romero going to take a long 2 and just off the front to Miller. Well, it calls out the play here from midcourt. Under 7 minutes left in the half. Down low, Smith splits the double and missed it off the front. Newcomer wants to run. Weisbrod, 3-pointer. Won't go. Good rebound inside. Whitehouse is to kick it out. Get out of the paint. Romero will call out the offense. She's got a quickness edge over Miller. Doesn't try to drive. Whitehouse does and puts up a layup. Got the score.
Yeah, great move by Sydney Whitehouse, the freshman coming off the bench, and just an explosive move to the basket for an easy 2.
Mullet to Miller. They want to go down inside if they can. Sweeney a 3. Way off. Rebound by Romero. 6 minutes to go in the half as Northern trying to get that lead under 5. Haven't been in that range for a while as Whitehouse needing help. Going to hit a streaking Weisbrod. Jumper off the heel. That was a good look for J.C. Weisbrod.
Yeah, it sure was.
Sweeney sizing up the defense. 17 to work with. Howe at the top. Zoe Miller's 3. And that will fall as Ashland upping the lead now to 8.
Zoe Miller doing it inside and out here in this first half.
Whitehouse, wild layup, wouldn't go. Mullet in the paint. Runner in and out. Bodies going everywhere. Weisbrod kind of slow to get up. 5 minutes exactly, the midway point of the second quarter. Whitehouse trying again. No foul, and it'll be a rebound to Ashland.
Boy, Zoe Miller, as you can see her, she's gassed down here.
Yeah.
And we're at a media timeout once we get a stoppage, but we got to have a stoppage. And
backdoor cut, Howe, layup, got it, beautifully done by Ashland. 10-point lead for the Eagles. And we get a timeout on the floor, full break. The Eagles with a run of their own. They're up 10 over Northern Michigan with 4:29 left in the half here on Flo Sports.
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain cold refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Ashland Eagles, the 2 seed in this Midwest Regional Tournament. 10-point lead over Northern Michigan, the 3 seed. 26-16 advantage for Ashland. There you see Casey Thousand, line coach for the Wildcats in her 3rd season. Back to the action as Northern has the ball. Latter half of this first quarter, or second quarter rather, as Holzward is fouled on her way to the hoop. It'll be on Mullet as Holzward will go to the stripe here for a couple.
It's Mullet's second, team's first. Check that, team's 3rd of the second quarter.
Holzwart missing the first, a 73% free throw shooter. She averages a little over 6 a game. She was the high scorer in the game this year between these two teams for Northern. She had 14. Splits the pair here on this trip. Little weave action at the top for the Eagles. Yoder, who's back in there. She'd been out for a while. Castellanova, checked by Newcomer. 10 on the shot clock. McKee back to Mullet. Time becoming a factor. They go to the corner. Yoder's 3-pointer in and out. Long board to Haley Smith.
Yeah, Yoder had a good look, and that was almost halfway down.
It was. It really looked like it was going in. Mullet here to Yoder. McKee will hit Smith inside, and a travel call.
Yeah, Haley's feet got moving before she could get the ball on the floor, and it was another good call. You know,
replay of it.
Yep. We're having some good calls out there on the floor because the 4th official, i.e. the Ashland faithful below us, are pretty quiet.
Nims will go to the top here as Holzwart trying to drive and a step-back jumper over Smith, couldn't hit it. Haley will track it down. Ashland with a lead of 9. Yoder at midcourt has a look to her right, which is where Kerry Pickens, the head coach, is giving her the instruction. Now Yoder picked up by Newcomer. Into the post, Smith. Howe right back to her, turn, shoots, missed it. And the rebound inside to Nims.
There you see Zoe Miller getting off the bench. She'll be coming in at the next whistle.
Newcomer back to Holzwart. Inside, and the pass a little bit too far. Hill couldn't get there. Ashland still with a 9-point edge, looking for more. McKee puts up a shot here, no chance. Nims for Northern, 2:10 left in the half. Newcomer doubled for a moment, tries to go down low. Now Hill with the ball. Off her double, they swing it around. Newcomer with a 3 at the top. Long rebound to McKee. Northern got a good shot,
yeah,
just could not connect.
And Sarah can knock that down. She's a good outside shooter. Wildcats shooting just 28% from the field.
Yoder back out to Smith. Castellanova. Here's Howe. Down to Smith. Haley off the double. McKee with a 3. So McKee and Miller, we've seen both of those post players hit triples right at the top of the circle.
Yeah, great ball movement by the Eagles. Haley Smith kicking it out for an open look 3 and knocking it down by McKee.
Deflected pass by Howe. Smith controls. Ashland now with a 12-point lead. Final minute of the half. Howe goes inside to McKee. Spins. Had it blocked beautifully by Nims. Good defense.
Yeah, great defense by Alyssa.
Down low to Hill. One-on-one with Smith. Hill now to Nims. 12 to shoot. into the paint. Tries to go with the left hand off the glass, won't fall. As Ashland controls it, final 30 seconds. They will have to shoot before that, though. There's about a 4.5 second differential. Shot clock now at 15. And you can see in your upper left at 10. McKee. Yoder driving. Shot won't fall. 3 seconds left here for Northern Michigan. Holzwart has to throw it up. No chance. And that is the end of the first half. So a strong first half of effort here by Ashland. Northern had their moments as the Eagles go to the break up 12 in this semifinal action of the Midwest Regional Tournament here on Flo Sports. We'll be back.
Welcome to Ziegler Granville, your premier destination for an exceptional car buying experience. Why choose Ziegler Granville? Our wide selection of top quality vehicles ensures you'll find the perfect match for your lifestyle. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff are here to guide you every step of the way, making the process smooth and stress-free. Plus, with our state-of-the-art service center, your vehicle will always be in top condition. Experience the difference at Ziegler Granville. Visit us today and drive home happy.
Where can you find top name brand products at low local prices? Only at Nowara Brothers Home Store. Our expert staff will work with you to select the perfect appliance, mattress, or TV that fits your lifestyle and your budget. Innovation and quality are built into every GE kitchen and laundry appliance. Save big on the latest GE appliances now at Nowara Brothers.
Feel the difference today and get more at Nowara Brothers Home Store. Nowara Brothers Home Store, family owned and operated since 1948.
DTE knows everyone has a preferred setting. Some like it cool, others warmer. Some like things slow, and others like it ASAP. Long, hot soak, or quick rinse. But whether it's a slow simmer or a fast boil, DTE makes sure that safe, reliable, cleaner natural gas is there for you, making every setting the perfect one. DTE.
When you turn on the TV and you turn on the 7, you can smile, but you can also get the important news that you need.
The 7 has carved out a space to be positive. Part of our goals is how can we share all that in a unique way?
It really puts us in the community. We get to meet so many great people, and we think about all those people. We think about the community that's out there watching us when we're delivering news and weather that those people need.
We've been having a lot of fun doing that. It's content that really can't be found anywhere else.
Want to learn more about the vibrant people in this community? Check out Living West Michigan,
where we will visit so many captivating places.
Uncovering the remarkable things we can find right here in West Michigan.
Halftime here in Allendale, Michigan, as Ashland, the number 2 seed, leads Northern Michigan, the 3 seed, by 12 here at the break. Steve Lloyd-Jones, Eric Wells with you as we're going to look at some of the highlights of that first half. Ashland with the ball here. Morgan Yoder with a 3 out beyond the arc. Good passing, frees up Haley Smith inside, the starting center with an easy 2. Holzward would get one on the other end for Northern Michigan. Yoder here, check out the depth on this 3 from Howe of the Eagles. Great rotation. Hill inside, Alyssa Hill, the leading scorer for Northern with 5. She got one right there. But I'll tell you what, Zoe Miller has been a busy lady. 12 points to lead all scorers. Here again is Hill inside. This time it's Nims with the left hand as she was able to get that to fall. Zoe Miller again as she goes up with the right hand. Romero with an acrobatic shot right here. CJ would connect. And then a tip from Haley Smith to her counterpart in the post. Miller able to score and draw a foul. That was Whitehouse with the left hand there off the glass. And then Zoe Miller from the outside as well. Haley Smith on a backdoor feed finds Howe for an easy 2. Haley Smith this time out to McKee, and just like Miller, she hits a 3. So the Eagles have been able to put forth a very solid first couple of quarters and lead 29-17. There you saw the highlights. Eric, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was what you indicated before we started the game about how Ashland controlled the points in the paint in that first game, and it looked like Coach Pickens went back to that tape and said this is how we had success, and that's what they started out going with. They had a good success, which then opened up the three-point shot. So, and we'll see the stats after the next break, but just Ashland doing it inside and out, and that's what has given them this 12-point lead right here at halftime.
That's right. Ashland, their biggest scoring run of 9 points in that half, and they lead by 12 here at the break. When we come back, we'll have those first half stats for you and more. The semifinal action of the Midwest Regional Tournament, Ashland leading Northern at the break on Flow Sports.
I would like to hear what you're researching today, as Trish said, and what your sampling needs are.
Stand by.
Whoa! The students are really learning a lot about groundwater. They're learning about things like PFAS and microplastics and, of course, the living things that are in the water, whether it's benthics or the fish.
3 1/4.
The mussels, thinking about the big picture of the Great Lakes. We've been talking about it at the Regional Center for quite a while, and just how exciting it is to share what's in the Traverse City area and how wonderful it would be to really get students out in this area.
I teach about the research techniques that scientists use to monitor the health of the Great Lakes. And so the station that I teach is microplastics. We use various methods to analyze the quantities of microplastics in the Great Lake and talk a lot about how that impacts the health of the lakes and the health of our own systems as well on land. That was a really exciting opportunity today. I wasn't expecting to be able to see people that I knew here. What we do on the boat is what real scientists are doing all over the Great Lakes, and so it's wonderful to be able to share that with the public and educate more students about kind of the whole system that they live in.
You can tell that it's not a solid material.
I had a Grand Valley student today who mentioned that she had been here when she was in 5th grade, and she was on the Inland Seas and did the program. That happens all the time, and I'm pretty sure that there might even be some staff members or instructors that have a similar story where they were here as students and have later come back to help instruct.
I think they were really excited, and leaving the ship, they're like, some of them said, I've never done anything like this before, and had that experience of both learning and doing research at the same time, and just being part of an organization that's just so well organized for both education and research. It's really people's, heart that's going to motivate them to take action. And so when they have these great experiences in the environment, they develop a love for these things. And so it's really important to get them out.
University of Michigan Health West is here to help you stay in the game. No matter what kind of athlete you are, the region's premier sports medicine program is here to help you stay on the move. With decades of experience in sports medicine care at 5 of our health centers, our team of highly skilled physicians, physical therapists, and athletic trainers provide treatments for injuries, joint pain, or whatever is holding you back. University of Michigan Health West is the official sports medicine provider of GVSU Athletics. More at ufmhealthwest.org/locations.
Introducing Omni from Grand Valley State University. GVSU Omni offers a transformative approach to higher education, blending flexible learning with the reliability of physical campuses across Michigan. Our network of campuses ensures that education is accessible no matter where you are in the state. We understand the struggles adult learners face, and that's why Omni offers flexible pacing to help you balance family and work commitments while honoring and maximizing your lived and earned experience. Omni is your path to degree, badge, and certificate completion, with real-time employment and career opportunities in mind. At Omni, education is fast-tracked, boundless, and always on time. Your pathway to success starts here with Omni from Grand Valley State University.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Halftime winding down here at GVSU, Grand Valley State University, the host site here in Allendale, Michigan, of the Midwest Regional Tournament. Division II tournament for 2025 as our halftime stats for you. Check those out as the shooting percentages. Northern Michigan shooting 27%, Ashland at 42%. The three-point shooting, a 9-point edge there for the Eagles, rebounding about even. Turnovers as well. Points off turnovers, the Eagles a 5-point edge in that category, but second chance points, Northern making up some ground there. Eric, what stands out to you?
Well, it's the points in the paint that Ashland is going down to Zoe Miller to have success down there. Then, Steve, one thing you mentioned that Ashland notoriously is not a very good free throw shooting team. They're shooting 3 for 7 at 43%. Not affecting them right now, but we'll see if that could potentially play out as we get in late into the second half. No one really with any foul trouble from that standpoint. We got 2 fouls on Mullet for Ashland and 2 fouls on Nims. 2 fouls on Hill and 2 fouls on Romero for Northern Michigan.
So go ahead.
No,
sorry,
you're good.
Zoe Miller leading all scorers with 12. She also has 4 rebounds, 7 points for Lexi Howe there for Ashland. 5 points, the high scorer, Alyssa Hill for Northern Michigan in this game.
Yeah, you look at J.C. Weisbrod, 0 points. And in order for Northern Michigan to have success, she's going to have to score the basketball.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. As Weisbrod yet to score, newcomer got a 3 on the opening shot for Northern. But those two those are 2 of the top 3 scorers for the Wildcats. So they need them to be able to contribute like that.
Yeah, J.C. Weisbrod coming in. She's the leading scorer for the Wildcats at almost 14 points a game. So they need some offensive output from J.C. to try to get back into this game.
Ashland talking things over. They're the 2 seed. Second game of our doubleheader tonight here on Flow Sports. We'll see the 1-seeded Grand Valley State Lakers taking on the 4-seed Wayne State Warriors.
And that'll be their 4th game this year that they'll be playing against each other.
Yep. 4th matchup.
I believe Grand Valley, I know Grand Valley has won all the previous 3. So we'll see. But we saw a different Wayne State team last night, Steve, than what we saw last week, I think. But, well, then again, you look at maybe the level of talent that they're playing.
Now Northern Michigan, their bench, as they talk it over. A lot to discuss and work through as Ashland, of course, a very tough team for Northern or anybody to play. And the Wildcats trying to hang close. A couple of different times they had it at 5 points, even, maybe 3 points, but could not close closer than that.
And as these first 4 minutes of this third quarter, 4 or 5 minutes of the third quarter are going to be critical for the Wildcats to not have this lead get extended on them.
Ashland's going to start with the ball. Great to have you with us. Second half is underway here in Allendale. Eagles Yoder with Smith at the top. Driving down, up and under move. Couldn't hit it. And Northern will clear it away. Nims controlling. She's done a nice job on the boards.
Yes, she has. 5 rebounds she has.
Newcomer. Here's Weisbrod. Clean look. Couldn't hit it. Tip rebound there by Hill, but it'll come to Sweeney. Howe. Pretty good first half for her for Ashland. Here's Zoe Miller, leading scorer of the game with 12, and lost the ball out of bounds.
She was going to one of her patented moves off the glass and just kind of like you said, she lost the ball right out of bounds.
Point deficit for Northern as they work on offense. Hill has to back down Miller here. Weisbrod with Yoder checking her very well. Weisbrod picks it up again, and we're going to get offensive foul, looks like.
Yes.
Yeah, each time you get the feeling she's looking to drop it off to the post, but Ashland's doing a good job of denying that. Still up by 12. Miller in the paint. Sweeney quickly, they swing it around. Howe from the wing. Couldn't hit it, but Miller gets the board. Get a new try. Yoder hands it off for Sweeney. Tries to drive inside. Kicks to the wing. Howe again. Weisbrod for Northern as the Wildcats push the other way. Hulswart underneath, cut off, drop off. Hill inside, no. Sweeney one-on-one with Weisbrod. 8-minute mark of this third quarter. The key now, Sweeney. 13 on the shot clock. Lydia pivoting for help. Miller, hand in her face. Howe again. This time it falls.
Third time's the charm on that.
It is.
Shooters shoot, right, Steve?
Well, that was where she hit it yesterday late in the game against Ferris. She likes that left wing. Alyssa Hill here for Northern, one-on-one with Zoe Miller. Hits it inside, and it's Hulswart. And we get a bump and a foul called on Howe. You can see a replay of that.
Hulswart with a little extracurricular activity after the whistle.
Hulswart will throw it in. And comes inside here to Weisbrod. Little fadeaway shot falls. J.C. Weisbrod able to connect there. Tough shot 32-19 Ashland.
Yeah, that was their toughest shot of the night for her first 2 points.
Good point. Yeah. Howe, Miller, doubled, lost the ball. On the floor. It's going to be a tie-up going to Northern. Now Romero's going to come back in here for Northern. Yoder will take a break for Ashland.
Trying to keep the players fresh. They both played yesterday. Both had pretty, close games, and you just don't know how much that's taken out of them.
Down low, here's a shot, wouldn't go down as Schrader missed that. Ashland controls. Sweeney all the way in with a left-hand layup.
Yeah, nice move by Lydia.
6.5 remaining in the third as Nims, Weisbrod at the top. They help. Back to Nims. She'll skip it. Newcomer out of the corner. Yes. Northern needed that. The second triple of the game by Sarah Newcomer.
Yeah, they need to get either Newcomer or Weisbrod open and get some threes.
Miller a kick out. Here's Sweeney with a three. Knocks it down. 5 in a row for Lydia.
Matching threes for each team. We talked about that yesterday.
The inside-outside game for Ashland now really starting to pick up. Newcomer will try it again. Misses that, and Schrader is going to get a reach-in foul. All right, Newcomer coming out. Tierney will take her place. 5:45 left in the third. Winner of this game gets into the Midwest Regional Tournament Championship game. Our other semifinal yet to go tonight, Grand Valley and Wayne State for you here on Flow Sports. Backdoor cut to Howe. Kick out, Castellanova there with the ball. Castellanova, step back, three-pointer, short. Long rebound, saved by Smith. She was on the sideline, and that will go back to Northern Michigan.
Yeah, Castellanova had a really good look and thought she was going to knock it down. Good hustle by Smith, but just ran out of real estate.
Romero keeps the dribble going. Mullet staying right with her.
Yeah, Mullet doing a great job of keeping her in front of her.
Great hedge off that pick there by Smith. Nims inside, left hand, no. McKee, good defense. 2-on-1, Howe with Mullet to her left. Whoa, drop off for Smith. They score. Nearly a travel, but she was able to hold that left foot down.
Yeah, like she had cement down under her shoe, though. That wasn't moving.
Weisbrod. Long rebound. Tierney picks it up. Weisbrod with no dribble left, and then her pass is stolen by Castellanova. Mullet draws a double team. Here's McKee. Off the iron it comes to Weisbrod. Coming up on 4 minutes left in the third quarter as the deficit growing for Northern Michigan. Now down 17. Tierney underneath. Weisbrod in the corner. They don't leave her defensively. Howe in her face. Weisbrod needs help. 5 to shoot. Schrader fouled. And Smith is the guilty party here.
It's going to be her second.
We're going to get a full break called on the floor with 3:45 remaining third quarter. Ashland in control over Northern Michigan in semifinal action here on Flow Sports. Back in a moment.
In West Michigan, severe weather can strike at any second.
Which means staying up to date is crucial. That's why Storm Teammate is always tracking an alert.
Storm Track Live gives us the advanced tools needed to keep you safe and informed.
And we've got the fastest scans and local focused graphics to help you know where and when severe weather is happening.
And whether it's on air, online, or the Storm Team 8 weather app, you can always turn to us for the most accurate forecast.
That's why it's more than just a forecast. It's a Storm Team 8 forecast.
Okay, are you ready? You're all set.
Hi there, I'm here to help. Not only do we have the largest network of doctors and hospitals in Michigan, we also make sure access to the care you need is right at your fingertips.
I think we made a lot of progress today. You have really come a long way. You should be proud of yourself.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, always ready to help.
The Ashland faithful with the big A there. Following the Eagles, 2 seed in this Midwest Regional Tournament and leading by 17 at the moment over Northern Michigan.
Yeah, Steve, we talked about at the beginning of the half the importance of that first 4 or 5 minutes for Northern Michigan, and Ashland went out and outscored them 10-5 so far in this third quarter.
Madison Schrader at the stripe and able to hit the first with another to come. The next free throw also going through as Hill will come back in.
We'll see if they go right back down low to Hill to get her posted down low. That's where she's had success at.
This back half of the third is really important for Northern if they want to get this back to a single-digit game. Drop down here to Miller. Zoe back out. Romero. Three-pointer wouldn't go. Good box out by Northern. Now a throw ahead. Holzwart behind the back. Kept her foot. Drop off underneath. Hill. Left hand. Oh, just missed it. And there's Miller. That's a couple inside that Northern has had point blank and not been able to connect on. Yoder goes inside. One-on-one. Miller. Couldn't hit it.
Had a good look at it.
Hill a good board. Holzwart nowhere to go. The lead is 15 for Ashland. 2:45 now in the third. Pass down low. Whitehouse somehow got it to fall.
Yeah, nice move by Sidney to get it up off the glass. Shooter's touch.
Allison Pitleski seeing some action. Gave her a nice pass. Romero here to Sweeney, not a Miller. Sweeney, who had a three over there not too long ago, trying to drive down low to the block. Pass somehow got it to McKee, who was fouled in the act of shooting.
It's almost a no-look pass down low to McKee.
Here you see a replay of it, and McKee strong with the ball and able to get it to the rim, drawing contact. Sharon McKee here at the stripe as the first one good, another one coming up. Sarah in yesterday's action against Ferris State, 12 points, 9 rebounds coming off the bench. Able to hit that. And McKee averages 6 points a game, so doubled that up yesterday.
Double that up. Good job by Sarah. She's at 6 points now at her season average.
Whitehouse squares up on Miller, going to drive, stops and looks for help. Newcomer gets doubled for a moment. 8 on the shot clock for Northern. Holzwart driving through, lost the ball. Had a layup try and just couldn't hold on.
Yeah, she had a great angle, created that, and just couldn't hang on to the ball. It went out, and turnover going over to Ashland.
Ashland very deliberate on their offensive sets as Sweeney is going to go into the paint. Smith out to Yoder. Three-pointer wouldn't go. Newcomer is there. And Casey Thousand wanted to travel. Here's a deflected pass. And a steal.
Yeah, it could have been a travel, but no harm on that.
Yeah, no call. Yoder at the top for Ashland. Her pass is kicked. Now this third quarter has gone quickly. We're down to 1:11.
Now the key is
returns.
Yeah, the key is there's only 2 team fouls on Ashland and 3 on Northern Michigan, so we're not to that free throw line shooting.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear we'll get there, but as soon as I say that, we will.
Miller at the top, down low pass for Smith. Caught it. Out to the corner. Sweeney will try to attack. Miller, 3 to shoot. To the wing. Yoder had it blocked. Good defense by Northern.
Good defense. They should get maybe hopefully a 2-for-1 possession here with 50 seconds left. And, you know, the key is, Steve, you always want to try to get it inside of double digits. And they would need to hit probably 2 threes for that to happen.
Whitehouse, 1-on-1. Bumped. Pivots, shoots. Oh, missed it to the right as Smith is there. Pretty good move.
Yes, it was a good move.
Now we've got 4 to 5 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Ashland in no hurry as they lead by 15. They took a 12-point lead at halftime, and they've increased that as Zoe Miller now. Haley Smith, 3-pointer, just short. Final 5 seconds. Oh, Weisbrod thought Holzwart was looking at her. She threw it out of bounds, and Ashland's going to get it with 3 seconds to work with.
On their side of the court, too.
Yeah, right in the front court. It's Yoder's going to throw it in. 3 seconds. Comes into Sweeney. Pretty good look. And couldn't hit it. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. So Ashland increases that lead. We'll go to the fourth as the Eagles trying to punch their ticket to the Midwest Regional Tournament Championship game. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this on Flo Sports.
I could spend hours shopping, and I'd hate every minute of it. That's why I bought my Camry at Cool Toyota. I found the exact car I wanted online before even going to the dealership. Then I got a great deal backed by their 10-year, million-mile warranty. No hassles, no runaround. I may hate shopping, but I love buying. Wherever I'm going, I let Cool Toyota take me there.
DTE knows everyone has a preferred setting. Some like it cool, others warmer. Some like things slow, and others like it ASAP. Long, hot soak, or quick rinse. But whether it's a slow simmer or a fast boil, DTE makes sure that safe, reliable, cleaner natural gas is there for you, making every setting the perfect one. DTE.
Eagles up by 15 here as we head into the fourth quarter. Steve Lloyd-Jones, Eric Wells with you. And the fourth quarter about ready to start as Ashland gets their final words of instructions. Casey Thousand talking about the strategy there for the Wildcats as Ashland will get the ball first.
Yeah, the Wildcats are going to, I think they're going to have to try to go to the 3 ball, try to get back into this game.
Yeah, easier said than done. You're right. They need points and trying to make up a big deficit as Howe got it to fall. Wow. What a great job by Lexi Howe.
Yeah, I think it hung on the rim for a couple seconds.
She's had a nice game tonight. Nims over to newcomer. Nims in the corner. Haley Smith guarding her. Now they're going to go back inside with Nims going to the left. Couldn't hit it. Zoe Miller pulls it away. Fourth quarter underway now as Ashland and Northern play in this first of the 2 semifinal games in the Midwest Regional Tournament. Smith, 3-pointer falls. Haley Smith.
It's going to give her 9 points on the night with that 3-pointer. Would go along with 9 rebounds. Almost a double-double.
Alyssa Hill in the paint, kicks it out, and a shot by Schrader wouldn't go, and Zoe Miller another board. Check it, that was Nims who had that shot try. Howe driving in and fouled in the act. Whoa, took a hard fall, and she's going to be able to get up.
I don't know if you and I would be able to get up from that fall.
Probably not. Going to get a look. The explosion to the basket as Halswart trying to make a play on the ball there. And the momentum causing Howe to head over heels there, thankfully, to the padded section of the basket support. And didn't go into the benches either. She hits the free throw. You know, what's so tough with Ashland, among many things, these post players hit threes. We've seen 3 different post players. Zoe Miller, Haley Smith, Sarah McKee, they've all hit threes. And so as post players on defense against them, you have to go all the way out to the three-point line.
Yeah, that's got to be demoralizing for Northern Michigan, you know, for the bigs for Ashland to get 9 points from beyond the three-point arc.
Romero into the lane. Tierney, Romero. There's Nims, one-on-one. Up and under move, left hand again. Oh, trickled out on her. Great move. Couldn't fall. 2-on-2 the other way. Sweeney a drop off. Mullet tries to feed inside, swatted out of there.
Yeah, it was a good idea, but just a little bit too late to get it to Smith.
Under 8 minutes to go. Tierney, yes, and one.
Nice move by Kayla.
Very nice move. Look at this, strong to the hoop. And Zoe Miller couldn't quite get over there in time to get in her way.
Yeah, Kayla absorbed that contact, maintained possession of the ball, and then just got it up and got the bucket. Now she's at the free throw line.
Tierney with a free throw. Hits that three-point play the old-fashioned way as J.C. Weisbrod will check back in for Northern.
Weisbrod still with only 2 points.
19-point lead for Ashland as the Eagles with it on the perimeter, and it's going to be Howe into the post. McKee back out. Yoder from the corner, not able to hit that three-point shot. Weisbrod gets it for Northern, and here they come the other way. Down low, Schrader couldn't get it. Loose ball, Castellanova. Yoder now to Castellanova. Looking for a teammate. She finds Howe. Back out Smith. Quickly Yoder. Another three try, and this time it falls. Morgan Yoder. Yeah, 3 in the first half and here in the second.
Yeah, she hit the first 3 of the game, and then she hadn't scored since until she hit this one. And here's a turnover by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Northern had some miscommunication, and Ashland will do that to you. They're intense defensively. Yoder to set it up, 6.5 left. Howe. Smith, three-point try again, not this time. Holsworth into the paint. Up and under move left hand. Foul called. It appears to be on Howe. And that is going to put Mackenzie Holsworth at the stripe. Here, replay on it. Watch the up and under move that comes right here. And then the bump.
Yep. Got caught her on the arm.
Yeah, Holsworth at the stripe. We mentioned the 14 to lead Northern when they played in the regular season, as she'll connect on this first one.
Yeah, she now has only 4 points for this game.
Averages 6.4 and gets them both. Ashland here with Mullet to Howe. 18 to work with as she tracks it down near midcourt. Howe into the post. Zoe Miller one-on-one against Hill. Left-hand shot, rimmed out on her. Holzwart fouled again, and this will be Howe.
You know, one thing I noticed for the Wildcats is we have not seen Abby Fraza at all in this game, and I don't.
Yes, we're not clear why that is, so we don't want to speculate. But yes, we have not seen her in this game, which is definitely a significant thing for Northern, as she is their second leading scorer.
Yeah, she played last night or yesterday.
Free throw there, 51-32 with, you see it, 5:45 and counting in the game. Winner into the tournament championship game on Monday night. Tip away, the steal, Whitehouse has it one-on-one and then dribbled it off the foot.
Just the way it's going for the Wildcats today, Steve.
Yep, for Northern, that's the way it's kind of gone. They've been able to get some opportunities, but just gets away from them at the last moment. Mullet, layup try, blocking foul called. So Ashland, you know, they're a fairly deep team as well. We talk about Grand Valley State, the #1 seed in this tournament. They are one of the most, the deepest teams in the country. But Ashland has a lot of depth, and Northern trying to show some depth as well in this game.
And the one thing I noticed about Grand Valley and watching their games, that they have as much, you know, the depth like Ashland, but their depth is stronger, it appears to be.
Yeah, no, it
better
does seem
talent.
to be.
Yeah,
deeper throughout, and they have almost 2 starting fives.
Exactly.
Yeah, here's a nice backdoor feed. Whitehouse couldn't get it. Hill a follow, yes. Alyssa Hill, good play. Midway point of the fourth, Mullet creates a shot. Sweeney, 3-ball. Well, Sweeney hit the shot, but it was Mullet who created it.
Yeah, got a great open look over to Sweeney. And
Tierney, the key in her face, they switch off. Down low, Hill. Up with a shot. No foul, and it'll come to McKee.
Boy, Miller's done a great job on Hill down low, neutralizing her from a defensive standpoint.
McKee wants to go into Miller. She does double for a moment. Back out Sweeney, puts it on the floor. Now the pull-up, and Lydia connecting again. Saw this last night. It was the second half where she really started to come alive and doing it again.
I like her jump shot. She gets that ball out in front of her, up ahead of her, and she just flips it with her wrist. She's got a really pretty jump shot.
Sweeney, #3 on this team in scoring, as Weisbrod way out behind the arc. Game continues to roll as Ashland down to 3.5 minutes to go, as they're not in any hurry. They're going to milk the clock, and Mullet, McKee to the corner. Sweeney, she'll try it again, why not? And hit it again! Lydia Sweeney is just white hot right now.
2 threes and a 2 here in the last 3 possessions for 8 points.
Whitehouse drives, good step, and a score. Sydney Whitehouse. That's just a freshman. We saw her in the GLIAC tournament play very well against Ferris State.
So it's like Coach Pickens is going to want the offense to run down to the 10-second shot clock, and then they get into their offense.
Yep. Each time they burn off about 20 seconds. Mullet here to McKee down low. Miller, and somehow kept her balance and scored. Yeah. So you're right. It's a perfect recipe as it works. You take it down to 10 seconds, and then you get a bucket.
They've done that the last 2 times in a row with there's an offensive foul on Romero.
They're going to get the off arm there on CJ. So the foul for her. 2:20 left in the game. A timeout on the floor. We'll step out. Ashland all over Northern. First of 2 semifinals in the Midwest Regional Tournament here on Flow Sports.
There's regular cold. And then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
So, you're moving or doing a home renovation, and you need a place to store your stuff. Get a Units portable storage container, fast and on budget. Our Robo Unit can drop it anywhere. You pack it on your schedule, store it wherever you are, or have us pick it up and take it to our climate-controlled, clean, and secure warehouse. Need it moved to another location? We do that too. We're proud of our good old-fashioned customer service, but we know price matters. At Units of Grand Rapids, we'll beat any price. Click now or go to unitsstorage.com and get your initial delivery for free.
Some highlights here of Zoe Miller of Ashland. 14 points and able to do it on the inside, both with the right hand and the left, as you'll see in a bit. But she's also capable of hitting outside shots too. And she drains one from the top of the key right here. Her 1-3 of the game. But this is where she does so much damage there with the left hand off the glass.
Yeah,
Zoe
looks like,
out at the moment.
I would say her afternoon or evening is done for the rest of the game with 2:20 left. Yeah, you look at Howe, 14 points, Sweeney 13, and Miller with 14. Good balanced scoring by the Eagles.
So the Eagles with the ball in the front court here, 2:12, as we'll get to Tierney with a reach-in foul. Yeah, Ashland in control. They will get into the championship game and await the winner of the Grand Valley Wayne State matchup coming up after this.
The nice thing for Ashland and whoever wins this second game, you get a day off tomorrow.
Yes.
You know, you played 2 intense days in a row. You get that day off tomorrow to get off your feet, rest a little bit, maybe do some homework, Steve. You know?
Oh, there's no, you're talking actual school homework.
Maybe some school homework. Maybe they brought their laptops.
That's right. After all, that's the main thing. As Holzwart here. I thought you meant game prepping, but yeah, you mean real homework. Holzwart from the corner. Haley Smith. Throw ahead, and Castellanova able to track it down. Ashland in no hurry.
Yeah, they're going to get that down to 10 seconds and get into their offense.
Mullet is pushed as Holzwart made contact. So Mullet will head to the stripe here for the 2 free throws. Well, you've got the top team in the GMAC, Ashland.
Yeah, they're going to move to 32-3 overall. Pretty impressive.
They have not lost since, 25 games ago.
Yes.
That one trickled off way back early December.
Early December, yes, sir.
Holzwart. Under a minute and a half left. Schrader will get it back to her. Holzwart trying to drive. Good stutter step and scores with contact. Holzwart going to the line. Yeah, Holzwart, a senior, So these are tough moments as players realize the end of the career.
Yeah, it seems like she's going to put another gear on because she wants to go out, go out swinging, as we'd say.
A little pressure by the Wildcats. Haley Smith. It's going to be a throw in here by Corey Vermillia as Haley Smith, senior. Ashley Mullet, a freshman. Smith. Yeah, under a minute to go as Mullet with 7 on the shot clock. Now to Smith. Vermillia will have to put it up with a left hand and gets it to go right at the shot clock horn.
Great Euro step and then better left hand.
It's a really good shot right at the end of the shot clock. Nims needs help. Newcomer is there. Launching the shot, and Newcomer hits a 3. Castellanova up across the timeline. Ashland, they will have to shoot before the end of the game here. Their fans up on their feet. 12 seconds. Mullet with 10. Now on a drive and a layup that falls for Kylie Leibacher. Leibacher scoring. Newcomer, 3 wouldn't go, and that's the end of the game. Congratulations to Ashland. They are into the Midwest Regional Tournament Championship game with this win over Northern Michigan tonight. As the Wildcats see their season come to an end, a fine year of 23-9. That's going to do it for our coverage of this game for the entire crew. And Eric Wells, my partner, I'm Steve Lloyd-Jones. Thanks for watching the first of 2 Midwest Tournament semifinal games with Grand Valley and Wayne State to follow coming up on Flow Sports. So long, everybody.